Welcome on behalf of the Florida Highway Patrol, Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office, and the Florida Fish and Wildlife Commission. We want to wish everyone a happy and safe New Year's. The Florida Highway Patrol wants to ensure that everyone does have a happy and safe holiday season, and the only way we know how to do this is through vigorous traffic enforcement. We today, both state, county, and local law enforcement agencies, have come together to put out a unified message for the New Year's holiday that we will have an increased noticeable presence on the roadways and waterways, and will be actively looking to remove dangerous and impaired drivers and operators from the roadways and waterways here in South Florida. Our goal is 0 deaths due to a DUI and boating under the influence related crashes on the New Year's holiday. All of us need this break and are looking forward to the new year. We all need this time to celebrate happy times with our family and loved ones, at least the best we can under current conditions. I think that everyone agrees that we're looking forward to 2022 and so much needed relief from everything that all of us have endured within the last 2 years. Many have New Year's resolutions, none of which involve losing one's life, losing a loved one due to a DUI-related crash, or worse yet for some, getting arrested on January 1st. Most New Year's resolutions are about making better and responsible choices, and driving impaired is not a responsible choice to make. With more than 1.5 million people in Palm Beach County, not including all the visitors coming in to go to the Orange Bowl down in Miami-Dade tonight, visiting our beautiful beaches, both here, Broward, and the Treasure Coast counties, we have a lot of traffic coming in. We know by the very nature of this holiday, a large number of people will be celebrating the New Year's by consuming an alcoholic beverage. Although most of the festivities don't begin till this evening, today the Florida Highway Patrol, along with the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office, will have a large presence on our roadways and will be actively enforcing traffic laws, looking to remove dangerous and impaired driveways from the roadways in Florida, South Florida here, and deterring dangerous driving. Immediately following this press conference, FHP and BSO will be conducting an enforcement detail on Interstate 95 here in Palm Beach County. FHP will also be conducting an enforcement detail in our Treasure Coast counties, Martin, St. Lucie, and Indian River this afternoon. FHP will be conducting speed enforcement on 95 through the use of our aircraft, which enables us to help identify speeders and reckless drivers from the air, and we'll be doing so throughout the holiday period. I have our FHP pilot to my left, Sergeant Wigfall. This evening, there will also be more state troopers out looking for impaired drivers. And tomorrow morning, in the early hours, there will be extra troopers coming out early for their shift, also looking for impaired drivers. To be clear, state troopers do not give breaks to impaired drivers. If we stop you and you are impaired by alcohol and or drugs or both, you will be subject to arrest. State troopers do not call Uber, Lyft, a cab, or a friend, but we will take you to jail. Basically, what we're looking for is, the message is clear. Don't drive impaired by alcohol and or drugs. Buzz driving, as we all know, is the same as impaired driving. Drive the speed limit. Wear your seatbelt. Unfortunately, many people that are involved in fatal crashes, we later learn that they weren't wearing their seatbelt. That's sad in today's day and age. Don't text and drive, FaceTime, or whatever it is you use. Basically, don't drive distracted. And please be patient. We have a lot of traffic in South Florida. We don't need the road rage. Be patient today. And of course, don't drive impaired. There's plenty other services. This is a major metropolitan area. We have taxis, we have Uber, we have Lyft, we have Red Cap. You have the AAA program called Tow to Go. A lot of options. For the most part, the vast majority of people have made the responsible choice to wear a mask, get vaccinated, and maintain a safe distance, or a term we call social distancing, during this pandemic, not only to protect themselves and others, So we have a choice to make. Make the right one today. Plan ahead for tonight. Don't believe it could never happen to you. Getting arrested, getting into a traffic crash, seriously hurting or killing another person, ruining not only your life, but others as well. Don't get into a vehicle under the influence thinking you could make it home. It's only a short distance. If you have to justify it to yourself, you should not be doing it. Get a ride. I think that message is pretty clear. I'd like to introduce the Palm Beach County Commissioner Dave Kerner, who has a few words.
Thank you, Major Chandler. My name is Dave Kerner, County Commissioner here for Palm Beach County. I'm delighted and honored to join the ranking members of the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office and the Florida Highway Patrol. We have Captain Mark Halperin and Major Robert Chandler from the Florida Highway Patrol. We also have other partners in state law enforcement in the Florida Wildlife Commission Division of Law Enforcement as well. I'm here on behalf of the Board of County Commissioners to echo the sentiments and the message of traffic safety and staying alive on 95 and throughout the entire roadway system here in Palm Beach County. We're all very cognizant and we're reminded daily how difficult the year 2021 has been. I think we're all excited to start a new chapter in 2022, and it's going to come with its own challenges, but tonight is a special night for us to be with family, to be with friends, reflect on everything we have to still be thankful for here in the United States of America in our great state of Florida. As we go through this evening of celebration, again, I would echo the sentiments of Major Chandler about not driving impaired. I can tell you from my personal experience, we can hear and read about the fatalities that have happened on our roadways over this year. We can read the statistics, but I can tell you from my personal experience, having served in law enforcement for a short period of time, that one of the most difficult tasks that these men and women behind me in uniform have is the next of kin notification when somebody is seriously injured or killed because of a preventable car crash, oftentimes due to impairment. I can tell you, although I haven't experienced it personally, that the only thing worse than that, to have to make that next of kin notification, is to be the person answering that door to learn that your family member has been killed in a car crash that involved impairment or negligence by another driver. I told you earlier, from my perspective, we have a lot to be thankful for in 2021. As we go into 2022, I hope that we can all reflect how we can make 2022 a better year, a safer year, and a healthy year. On the behalf of the Board of County Commissioners, we wish you nothing but health and prosperity. And I'd also like to take this opportunity to remind the residents and visitors of Palm Beach County how thankful we should be to have the men and women in uniform behind me right now who in short order will go out there and execute as they do on their traffic safety and public safety duties. They will risk their lives. They will put themselves in danger because that's their solemn oath and duty. And they're going to be doing it on a night tonight where a lot of us will be celebrating and enjoying ourselves. So please, as we enter 2022, keep our first responders, our men and women in law enforcement, our fire rescue professionals in your thoughts and prayers, and say a little prayer for them to keep them safe as well. Please don't drink and drive. Be safe out there. And thank you for your time and attention here today. On behalf of the Board of County Commissioners, we wish you a very happy, healthy, and safe New Year. It's my honor now to introduce Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office Captain Mark Halperin.
Good afternoon. I just have a brief statement on behalf of Sheriff Rick Bradshaw. I am Captain Mark Halperin with the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office Law Enforcement Operations. We welcome the opportunity to partner with the Florida Highway Patrol. Our goal today and every day is to keep our community safe. We always prefer voluntary compliance to our traffic laws. We're here today to remind you and to let you know we will be working this holiday to maximize your motoring safety. On behalf of Sheriff Rick Bradshaw and all the PBSO, we wish you a safe New Year's and a healthy 2022. Thank you.
I want to introduce Florida Fish and Wildlife Commission Officer Tyson Matthews.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining us. It's a beautiful day here in South Florida, as you can see. We truly do live in the boating capital of the world. We have great year-round weather, plenty of access to fresh water and salt water, and we truly are the boating capital of the world. We actually lead the nation with nearly 1 million registered vessels across the state, and we are known as a prime boating spot for both residents and visitors alike. Unfortunately, each year, these officers that are standing behind me respond to far too many boating accidents that could have been prevented. And those boating accidents are boating under the influence. FWC, and like our partners behind me, have zero tolerance for boating under the influence. We want to remind boaters that boating while impaired by alcohol or drugs is dangerous and illegal. Our officers will be looking for impaired operators, and these operators will face arrest if found to be under the influence. According to our boating accident statistics, 23% of boating accident and fatalities in 2020 were alcohol or drug related. 23%. We encourage everyone to take a boater safety course. 69% of operators involved in fatal boating accidents in 2020 had no formal boating education. We know that an educated boater is safer on the water. Everyone can benefit from taking a boater safety course, even if not required to by law. And tonight we're going to have a lot of boaters out on the water past sunset. We ask that everybody double check your navigational lights, make sure your red and greens are working, your anchor light. Have fun tonight, look out for one another, and remember your safety gear, and please designate a sober and safe boat operator, somebody who knows how to control the boat. Thank you.
And finally, I want to introduce the chairwoman of the Mothers Against Drunk Driving, MAD, National Board of Directors, Heather Geronimus.
Thank you, Major Chandler. It's always an honor to stand with the men and women of law enforcement and people who have saved more lives than you'll ever know because they take drunk drivers off the roads before it becomes a tragedy. So a big thank you to everyone standing behind me and everyone that's already out on the roads patrolling and everyone that will be away from their family tonight, keeping all of us safe. It's an honor to be here with all of you. A lot of people have different New Year's traditions than this, but this is my New Year's tradition, talking about the dangers of drinking and driving, but it wasn't one that I chose. It was one that was chosen for me by a drunk driver in 2009. While he was crossing the street on foot, my father, Dr. Robert Geronimus, was struck by a drunk driver who blew a red light and was driving at a high rate of speed. My father flew 75 feet into the middle of Brickell and died while the person who killed him continued to drive. When he was finally apprehended, the person who killed my father said that he thought that he hit a mailbox. Now, I will probably never know whether or not that's the truth or that's just how wasted he was, but my life changed forever that day. But this story really isn't told for anybody to feel sorry for me or for you to feel sorry for my family. It's so that my story doesn't become your story. That same year, almost 11,000 people were killed in this country by drunk drivers, and over 300,000 people were injured by drunk drivers. And those numbers aren't getting any better. In fact, this year, they're getting worse. We're on track for the worst drunk driving, the worst traffic fatalities numbers in our country in a decade. So everyone needs to remain vigilant. Those numbers that I told you about, the hundreds of thousands of injuries and the thousands of deaths, are completely preventable. All it takes is all of us making smart choices when it comes to drinking and driving. If you're watching this now, there's still time to make a decision to have a non-drinking designated driver, to find a safe way home, whether it's a taxi or an Uber or public transportation or a person in your party that's not drinking. We plan and we are all looking forward to 2022. The last thing that you want is that knock at the door that the commissioner mentioned. So please, everybody, have a happy and, more importantly, safe New Year.
Okay, that'll pretty much end the press conference. The only thing I'll say is just please make a responsible choice tonight. Law enforcement is here when you don't, and we'll make the choice for you. Anything after, we'll do it in the shade. Thank you.